I need water. Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm Nikki, and today's video is just gonna be a quick talking video. Today I wanna talk about how I got started at the gym, some things that I really did to help me get comfortable, because going to the gym and getting started was something I was extremely nervous about, and there are just some certain things that I did that made it a little bit easier, and I think are kind of important, especially when you're just starting out. So I get a lot of questions about this. I get actually probably the most questions about how I got started at the gym and how to get comfortable and get over certain things about just like nerves and being nervous about going. And so I'm gonna kind of dive into some things today. So if you enjoy this video and find it helpful, please go ahead and give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. And let's just get started with the first thing. One of the biggest things for me actually I'll just start from the beginning really quick. When I decided to start my weight loss journey, if you guys don't know, I've lost 70 pounds tracking with WW, and I first started out saying I didn't want to do any exercise. So I waited 3 months to just do any type of movement. I really wanted to focus on tracking and nutrition and see if I could lose weight without any exercise, because in the past I had struggled with trying to like over excessively exercise to make up for eating a lot more, and it just never worked for me. So I wanted to try something different this time around, and it worked much better for me. I waited 3 months, and then after 3 months of tracking with WW, at that point I'd lost about 30 pounds or so, I decided to start adding some exercise. So that's when I added in rollerblading, and I just started rollerblading around my neighborhood. I did that for fun, and it became like my favorite source of cardio. I really enjoyed it, and it's something now that I still do consistently, and I love it. It's something I'm actually very passionate about, and it's something I look forward to every day that I'm able to do it. After I had started that out and I waited another 3 months, I decided to start going to the gym. And it was partially because winter was coming and I wasn't going to be able to skate anymore, but also I was just really inspired by really strong women and women who had defined muscle, who were just strong. I've always had just more of an athletic build in general, but to really be able to like see the muscles and everything, I thought that that was just really something that I was striving for, and that's kind of where I wanted to go just with my physique in general. And I also just realized how important physical activity and resistance training is for your body. And that actually became more of my motivation, honestly, over how I looked. But that was just kind of what got me started at the gym. But realizing how much of a difference it makes to add resistance training, even if it's just a little bit a week, it really does help with your bones, your muscles, your overall just health, and what you're able to do as you continue to age, because things are just gonna get harder. And building muscle, staying flexible, those types of things are very, very important. And so when I realized how much those were helping me, and working out and stuff was helping me, that was even more of a motivation to keep going. But I totally got sidetracked. What I was trying to say though is when I first started out, so about 6 months into my journey at Planet Fitness, I was extremely nervous. I hadn't gone into a gym in years, like since I was a college athlete, and I was just going to the gym over the summer to strength train. And so I was much more confident back then when it came to that. Like it was a little bit different, and so I was really nervous to get started again. It had been almost 10 years since I had been in the gym like that. So when I decided on what gym I wanted to go to, I figured Planet Fitness was just the best option for me. It was something, actually we already had a membership to, so it didn't take much thought about where I was gonna start going to the gym, but I do think that Planet Fitness was a really good option for me to get more comfortable in, because I think some other gyms are somewhat overwhelming, and I don't know, I just feel like Planet was a good starting gym, but it's still a good gym now. Even though I've been doing this for years, I still really find it beneficial. So the first thing that I did that was really helpful for me to get more comfortable was to really kind of switch my schedule around as best as I could to be able to go to the gym when it was the least busy. So there are certain times throughout the day when it just is not as busy, and there are certain times when it is packed, and usually it's packed around like 5 or 6 o'clock at night. That was when it was always the busiest. I would not go during that time just because I didn't feel comfortable and it was just too overwhelming for me. So I actually kind of shifted my schedule around. I started to go to bed a little bit earlier so that I could wake up really early in the morning and go then, because My gym is no longer 24 hours, but at that point it was 24 hours. So I could go at 2 in the morning if I really wanted to. And I started to change my schedule around so that I could wake up and go at 3 o'clock when I was pretty much the only person there. There were other people, and I did start to go later and later as it went on because it just wasn't as sustainable to go that early. But I still would go pretty early in the morning when it was just not nearly as busy. Even when I go now, it's not the busiest time. It does get busier, and especially in the summer, it gets busier, but definitely not the craziest time. So finding a time when it's not as crazy has really, really helped me. Another thing that I think is really important with being comfortable at the gym when you're getting started is to dress in something that's gonna be comfortable, because if you are in something uncomfortable, you're gonna be, first of all, worrying about that the whole time. It's gonna affect your workout in general. The days that I wear something that even like I'll be at the house and I'll be like, I don't know if this tank top's comfortable, but then I just end up wearing it and then I regret it the whole time because it just wasn't something that was comfortable, and I just am like thinking about it and paranoid about it, and it just doesn't work for me. So I try to make sure to find the most comfortable clothing that I can work out in, that of course is good to work out in. And that's why I've pretty much gotten to the same outfit that I wear every day. I wear the same shorts. I have a bunch of pairs of these Calvin Klein running shorts that I got from Sam's Club, and they're just comfortable and they work well. I can like be flexible and do the exercises that I need to do in them, but they're just comfortable. I feel confident in them. And then I have these tank tops from Amazon that I pretty much wear every day as well, or just like a t-shirt, and that's what's comfortable for me. So a lot of times I want to wear like the cute gym outfits with like the legging and sports bra matching combo, but honestly I just don't feel the most comfortable in those. I know that I won't have the best workout in them because I'm going to be worrying too much about how I look, how I feel. It's just not the most comfortable for me. So if that's what's comfortable for you and that's what's gonna get you motivated, do it. Find a cute gym set and use that to get you into the gym and feeling good, because some people feel more comfortable in that. It's just personal preference. I like to wear the shorts that I have and the tank top. Some people might not feel comfortable in the outfit I wear. So I just think it's very important to wear clothing that you're going to feel comfortable in so that you can focus all on your workout and not have to worry too much about that. Another thing that I think was really helpful first was using my phone when I would work out. So I would use the Planet Fitness app, Google, YouTube, anything that I needed to look up different exercises that I wasn't sure about. With the Planet Fitness app, there's an exercise library that you can just search. I talk about it all the time because it really was huge to help me out in the start of my journey. You can search the entire exercise library, and it's got a video demo of someone doing the workout. It tells you what part of the body it works, the difficulty level, and it explains some different tips about the exercise. And it's got pretty much every basic exercise in there, and that is so helpful. So I would have a plan in mind, or I would have my workout in mind, but sometimes I didn't know fully how to do like an RDL. So I would type in RDL on the Planet Fitness app or into YouTube, and I would just watch videos and just not worry about what anyone thought. If they saw me watching a video of a demo or something like that, it was helping me and it was making me feel more comfortable. So that's just what I did. And that was huge. The Planet Fitness app was so helpful. And like I said, YouTube was probably my second thing, or Google. That was just something that was easy. I always have my phone on me anyway because of like music and everything. So it was just a really nice resource to use, and it helped me feel more comfortable and kind of mimic the video. So sometimes I'd even leave the video up while I was doing the exercise in the mirror and kind of see like, am I doing the same as what this video is doing? And it really slowly helped me improve my form and get to where I'm at today. And going along with that and having the phone, another thing that I think is really helpful is to have good music. Have a good playlist ready. If you don't like to work out with headphones, you don't have to, but I think that one of the best parts of my workouts is when I have a good playlist that gets me pumped up and just in the mood to work hard and push myself. And so I have my Bluetooth headphones that I wear. I have good music set up, and it really does motivate me and honestly just make me feel more comfortable in the gym because I can just zone out and listen to my music and focus on myself. And sometimes it gets to the point where I even get too zoned out because like someone will try to talk to me and I don't even realize, because I'm just so focused on my music, on my exercise, and getting a good workout in. So kind of going along with being able to like look up exercises and stuff, one thing that I also did when I first started at the gym was I started with a gym guide. And so the one that I used was Mari Llewellyn's. That was just someone who I had followed at the time. She was one of the women that I had said I had seen was building muscle and strong, and it really inspired me. And so I got her gym guide. It was just a PDF file, and I would just pull it up on my phone when I got to the gym. It pretty much would tell me the workout to do that day. It had pictures, and a lot of times if I didn't know what I was supposed to do based off the pictures, I would search whatever the exercise was in Google or in the Planet Fitness app and get a clearer demonstration, and that way I could perform the exercises. So that was one thing that I did, was purchasing a gym guide. There's also different plans you can get through other people. They sell them online. I know it's kind of hard to know what would be the right one. For me, that was just the one that I thought worked for me. And honestly, I didn't stick with it that long. I only did it for about a month. She had also created the Slay app, which was like a transition from her gym guide. So apps are also another option. I know there's a lot of good apps out there that have really motivating workout programs that are really good. But I kind of got to the point where I realized this is going to be consistent for me if I start doing the exercises that I enjoy. And so I still had a plan in my head, and that's what I'm trying to say. What is important is just to have a plan, because it'll make you more comfortable when you go in and you kind of know what you're going to be doing that day. So for me, I have my split of days, and that's what my plan is. So I know that on Monday I'm doing glutes and hamstrings. Maybe I don't have a specific plan of how many to do and everything, but I kind of have an idea based off how long I've been doing this. I know how many reps and sets like work for me with what I'm doing, but I can pick a certain amount, maybe like 4 or 5 glute exercises, a couple hamstring exercises, and then that'll be my day. And I know that that's going to be Monday. So I can use my phone. I can search up different exercises if I still need help with that, or go on YouTube or Google or something. Sometimes if you go to Google, you could just search like back exercises, and then you'll see like a chart with a bunch of ideas. And even if I would just see like a list of back exercises, I would again take the name of the exercise, type it into Planet Fitness, and see what the demo was, and then mimic it. And it's to the point now where I don't really need to use that, but when I was first getting started, it really helped me to have confidence and feel more comfortable and just kind of know what I was doing. I have always had a plan when I go to the gym, meaning I know what I'm going to be doing when I go there. I don't just go in and think, oh, am I doing legs today? Am I doing arms? Like, I already have an idea in mind what I'm going to be doing. I kind of think about it before I get there in the morning. I think about what I'm going to, like, what I feel like doing even. Because, like, honestly, some days I just really don't want to do Bulgarian split squats. And so I'm just not going to do them. I'll do them later in the week when I have my next glute day or something like that. So that's what works for me. But having a plan is really important to have more confidence and just kind of know what you're going to be doing that day. Another thing that I like to do, especially in the beginning, was focus a little bit more on the machines. Now, I did a lot of dumbbell work at home to kind of get more comfortable. Like, I would just practice dumbbell exercises because I have some sets of dumbbells at home. I would practice those at home in the mirror so that I could be more comfortable when I went into the gym and did them. That was probably the easiest transition for me, was like doing dumbbells at the gym versus dumbbells at home. But I was more nervous to do things like Smith machines, cables, stuff like that. So I got comfortable with the dumbbells. Then I started to use more of the machines. And that was really helpful for me when I thought about it in the way of like, what I'm doing on these machines is pretty much mimicking the same that I should be doing when I'm doing it with the dumbbells, the cables, and the Smith machine. So what I mean by that is, like, if I was doing the shoulder press with the machine where it's already, you just adjust the weight and then you would push up the shoulder press, whatever, the movement that I'm doing is the same as what it should be when I'm doing it with dumbbells, when I'm doing it with the Smith machine bar. And so thinking about my form when I was doing it on those types of machines really helped to transition to like feeling like if I was doing my form right when I was doing more of like the free weight stuff like that. So I really tried to focus on using the machines to feel like, okay, the machine would say what muscle it was working. So I'd really focus on feeling that muscle when I'm using the machine, and really think about like what type of motions I'm doing when I'm using the machine, because the stationary machines are definitely, I would say, easier or just more comfortable to use versus the free weights and the Smith machine. So I'd get comfortable with that. I would focus on like, okay, this is the calf machine. This is how I should feel it in my calves, whatever. And then I could go do calf raises on the Smith machine and know what I'm supposed to feel, where I'm supposed to be working. And I think that that just really helped transition into better form when it came to like the free weights, cables, those types of things. So taking advantage of the stationary machines that they have there, where you just have to adjust the weight, you don't have to worry about loading plates on or anything like that. It really helped me to get more comfortable with my form and just like how certain exercises were supposed to feel. And then that helped transition into getting more comfortable at using the cables and the Smith machine, which honestly, for me personally, I waited probably I feel like I waited almost 2 months to even touch a Smith machine at Planet Fitness when I was going there. So even though nobody else was there and it was just me early in the morning, I pretty much still stuck to the dumbbells to get comfortable there. I started using the machines, like I said, and then slowly the cables, and then finally I started using the Smith machine. And now the Smith machine is my favorite. I spend a long time using it every day. So those are some of the things that just really helped me to get more comfortable at the gym, specifically when I was getting started out. Those are some of the things that really helped me to learn proper form, get more comfortable, have a plan, and just have a little bit more confidence at the gym. There are a few things I did want to mention that I personally didn't do, but that I also know could be very helpful if you are struggling and you want to get started. I know that a lot of people do have success hiring a personal trainer. That was something I never really thought about, but it was because I kind of had some experience with weightlifting in the past. And I know that there are so many people that really just don't even know where to start, and they really don't have any type of background in weightlifting, and there's nothing wrong with that. You just never have learned it. And so there's nothing wrong with hiring someone to teach you. So if a personal trainer is an option, that might be something that would really help, even if it's just for a few months or just like a temporary thing to kind of get comfortable and learn your way around the gym, learn how to use certain machines. I think that that's something that's really beneficial and really worth it. So if that's an option for you, it's not something I did. They don't even have personal trainers at Planet Fitness. You would probably have to go to a different gym because there's signs that say you can't do personal training, but I don't know. I think that that could be a really good option to get more comfortable and get started. Also, if you want to go with a friend or a partner, I know that sometimes a lot of people are more comfortable working out with someone. Again, with my schedule and everything like that, it just worked best that I go alone. And I personally prefer to work out alone because I like to get really focused and have my music. But I know a lot of people that are just more comfortable if they go with someone. And so if that's something, even just starting out, if you have someone that you could bring with you and just start going with them to get more comfortable and maybe set a routine with them, that could work for you. Just not something that worked for me. And then the last thing I was gonna say is something that I don't think I really specifically did, but I've helped others and I see other people asking for help, and that is to ask for help. So the people at the gym, especially the ones who have been going for a long time and that you see that are almost like kind of the regulars, like there's a group of people at my gym that I see pretty much every single day there that I go. They usually are very friendly. They're willing to help out if you need help with something. And I know from me personally, if I see someone struggling, it actually happened a couple weeks ago. There were some younger girls struggling with the leg press, and so I just went over. I could kind of tell that they didn't know how to do it, and so I just went over and explained how to use it, and they were so thankful. You could tell they were just nervous, and so that type of stuff is very normal and is honestly, it made me feel good to be able to help them. So I think that in most situations, people are gonna be willing to help. If you feel like you're in a situation where you're comfortable enough to ask someone, don't be afraid to ask someone for assistance on maybe how to use a machine or if your form is correct or something. I mean, a lot of times that might be more difficult to ask someone about your form, but if you don't know how to use a machine, you don't know how to put the weights on or something like that, there are people that will help you, and also the employees. The employees, especially even at Planet Fitness, they are so helpful. And I've seen them move benches around for people if they need help moving a bench. You can ask them for pretty much any help with any of the machines or anything. They are supposed to know about each one. Like, I'm pretty sure they're trained to know like how each one works and everything. So they can help you with that. If you don't want to ask some random person working out, you can ask someone who is working at the gym. But anyway, those are just some of the things that I wanted to mention that have helped me to get more comfortable getting started working out at the gym, because it is something that is really hard and it can be really uncomfortable, and it's easy to be really nervous about it, because I definitely felt that way. I still get that way. There are still so many days where I pull up to the gym and I'm sitting in my car and my stomach hurts. I'm nervous about going in, and I can't even explain why that happens, but I just I don't know, I just get nervous about going in because of the thought of like people watching me and all that type of stuff, like the same thoughts that everyone else gets about going to the gym. But I pushed through it, and I remembered that we're all there trying to better ourselves. So if someone's gonna think something negative about you trying to better themselves, they've got the issue. You just don't need to worry about it. And there have been scenarios where maybe I thought someone was like watching me or thinking about what I was doing, and I just have to block it out and just focus on my music, focus on what I'm doing and how much progress I'm making, and that's really what's important. So anyway, I'm here if you guys have any questions. Like I said, getting started at the gym isn't always easy, but it is so worth it. Resistance training is so beneficial and so worth it. And at the moment, I don't have any type of like startup gym guide or anything like that. It's something that I might work on. Honestly, I'm just trying to get through my certified personal training certification right now so that I feel more comfortable giving more advice when it comes to form and routines, workouts, and stuff like that. So that's why I don't have anything like that. But I do share some of my workouts on my Instagram. I have a video on my YouTube channel going through my workouts, but I'll need to do an updated video with my splits and what type of things I like to do. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please go ahead and give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.